Hello and welcome to the video. This is a quick look at some new stuff from HEEWing. Now, for those of you that watch the channel a lot, you'll remember that a couple of weeks ago I did a video talking about my 4 favourite planes wings that I'm flying at the moment. 2 of which, interestingly, were from HEEWing. One of them was the HEEWing F01, also known as the Diatone Ripper R690, which is how I bought it originally. And this thing here, this is the HEEWing Ranger T-1. Now, I am a massive fan of this. This is a little baby twin. The wings pop off for easy transport. You can even take the tail boom out as well. It is a fantastic piece of kit. I have mine set up with lithium-ion battery for nice long flights. It has a DJI HD system in it as well. It is a brilliant explorer. It's small, lightweight, fun, stable, and also quite quiet as well. Now, interestingly, HEEWing have been offering a full range of spares for their models, which I love because lots of manufacturers don't do that. So if you break a wing, you kind of have to buy the whole thing again. HEEWing are a little bit interesting in that they do offer a full set of spares. So if you do break something, guess what? You can get a replacement. However, they have just released some additional upgrades as well. So I've got some of them in here for my plane, and you can probably, hopefully you might be able to make that out on here. That's actually a carbon fiber boom. So let me very quickly show you some of these things. If you are already a HEEWing pilot, there is now some HEEWing Bling. Yeah, sorry about that, couldn't resist. So the first ones to talk about are these FX7G mini metal servos. They're drop-in replacements for the servos that come in the models. The ones that come in the models tend to be plastic gears. There's 2 versions. There's the FX7G 180 that has a 180mm lead, and the shorter lead is perfect for things like ailerons. And there's also an FX7G 400 that has a 400mm longer lead, which is perfect for the tail servo that operates the elevator in the T-1. The cable runs down the boom. I guess you could also order another one of those if you wanted to do a mod to give the Ranger a rudder. However, in my experience, you don't need a rudder with this. You could set up differential thrust and that works just as well. Next thing to talk about is the replacement hatch covers. There is sets here that you can buy in case you lose it. On the front of mine, I have mine already mounted on here. I've got the version with a little lump on. I think with the kit that I got all of the blingy bits. So I got, like, you know, the CNC nut that you can buy. The little kind of anodized thing at the back rather than the plastic one. But if you want replacements or you want to change them out, they're available as well. Then the next one is one that I'm quite pleased about, is they've updated the RGB driver. Now, the RGB driver that came in the original PMP model that I got here was terrible. In fact, I kind of called it out when I did the review of it. It only really just pulsed the LEDs at the ends. The LEDs in this version are WS2812 addressable LEDs, so you can make them light up. And if you have a flight controller that can drive them, that's great. If you don't have a flight controller that can drive them, then you're out of luck. Some basic versions of this do come with fixed LEDs with your kind of standard red and green. The new driver board allows you to have lots and lots of different modes. So you can have them on steady, pulsing, strobing, flashing, all kinds of different things, and you can change the colours for each side individually as well. Finally, my favourite out of all these upgrades is a carbon fiber tail boom. The one that came with it looks like it's made of aluminium or something like that, but the carbon fiber one just looks nicer. As an old heli pilot, you know, I like the carbon fiber look. It's easy to replace it. All you have to do is just undo that collet and pull the tail out. There's a couple of screws underneath the tail that you have to undo, and then it's just a case of feeding the servo cable back down the tube and redoing everything up. The interesting thing is that the new carbon fiber tube is significantly lighter than the one it replaces. So if you're having trouble with your central gravity, that might be able to help by removing that weight that's all the way back here, quite away from the central gravity. On mine, it's been really useful because it's allowed me to mount the battery a little bit further back, which has allowed me to get the hatch in. I know lots of us have done the same mod, is had to cut the front of the hatch catch out. If I had the carbon fibre boom in, I could have probably got away without having to do it. So just thought I'd show some new cool stuff. So if you're already a Ranger pilot or you're thinking of getting one, there's now not only spares available, which there has been forever, but if you break a servo or strip one or fancy just adding some bling to your Ranger, you now can. Thank you for spending your time today watching that video. You can find me in all the usual places on social media, and if you're trying to learn about a subject, then check out the playlist. All of my videos are organised into easy to follow playlists that if you're trying to learn a topic will take you from the basics right the way through to some pretty advanced stuff.